Someone asks how you're doing, and you say fine even though you haven't slept in 3 days. Your partner snaps at you, and you just nod, change the subject, smooth it over before it becomes a thing. You've been the calm one, the easy one, the person who never makes waves, and somewhere along the way, you started feeling like you're watching your own life through soundproof glass. People call you low maintenance, mature, unbothered. But the truth is, you're not unbothered. You're just very, very good at bothering silently. You learned a long time ago that your complaints weren't welcome. So you stopped making them. What if the composure everyone admires isn't strength at all, but a survival skill you learned so early, you forgot it was a choice? You didn't stop complaining because you're mature. You stopped because every time you tried, the temperature in the room changed. Someone got quiet, someone got loud, or worse, someone looked at you like you'd just become a burden they couldn't afford. So you learned to swallow it, to minimize, to say it's fine when it wasn't, to protect the people around you from the inconvenience of your needs. That's not emotional intelligence. That's a child learning which version of themselves gets to stay safe. Psychologists have a term for kids who grow up in homes where expressing distress feels dangerous. They call it walking on eggshells, and the adaptation is breathtakingly efficient. You become a feelings detective. You track micro-expressions. You manage other people's emotions before they even feel them. You turn yourself into the path of least resistance, because resistance meant risk. And here's the cruelest part. It worked. You survived. You became the easy one. But easy is not the same as whole. Imagine a smoke detector that learned to stop going off because every time it beeped, someone ripped it off the wall. Eventually, it stops detecting smoke, not because there's no fire, but because sounding the alarm became more dangerous than burning. That's what happened to your complaints. That's what happened to your anger, your disappointment, your hurt. This adaptation has a name. It's called preemptive invisibility. You learned to disappear before anyone could make you feel like you didn't matter. You learned to stay small, stay smooth, stay silent, and everyone praised you for it. But your nervous system kept score, and it's still keeping it. Here's what the research shows. When you don't let feelings move through your mouth, they move through your body instead. That's not poetry, that's physiology. James Gross, one of the leading researchers on emotional suppression, found that when you chronically suppress emotion, your cardiovascular system takes the hit. Your heart rate spikes even as your face stays calm. The feeling doesn't disappear, it just goes underground. Bessel van der Kolk wrote that the body keeps the score, and he meant it literally. Unexpressed emotion doesn't evaporate, it converts. Chronic neck pain, migraines, GI issues, fatigue that sleep doesn't fix. Doctors call it somatization, when psychological distress shows up as physical symptoms. Your body is trying to say what you won't let yourself say out loud. Daniel was 34, worked in logistics, and spent his childhood learning that complaining made things worse. His father drank, and any pushback meant escalation. So Daniel became the easy kid. As an adult, he never pushed back at work, never told his wife when he was hurt, never made a fuss. Then the headaches started, then the neck pain, then his stomach. Doctors found nothing. It wasn't until therapy that he realized his body was holding years of unsaid no's. He started speaking up, small things first. The tightness in his shoulders started to ease. The migraines came less often. His body had been trying to finish the sentences he kept swallowing. You are not low maintenance. You are high empathy, high awareness, and you learned to read a room before you learned to read a book. That's not a flaw. That's a superpower that was built in a burning house. The work now is learning that you're allowed to use your voice even when the house is no longer on fire. That soundproof glass you've been watching your life through, it was never the world shutting you out. It was you learning to stay quiet enough to stay safe. But you're not in that room anymore. The people who taught you that your needs were too much, they're not standing at the door. And the ones who are here now, the ones worth keeping, they want to hear you. Not the edited version. Not you. Your composure is not a flaw. But it may be an unfinished sentence your body is still trying to speak. It's time to finish it. Not because you owe anyone an explanation. Not because you need permission, but because you deserve to be heard. Especially by yourself. That's not complaining. That's coming home.